Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Let's Play Steve Jackson's Sorcery. I am your host Evil Wizard and I am very much looking forward to it. Now this is gonna be the second Let's Play for our channel and it should be right up our alley. So without further ado, let's begin with part 1, the Shamutanti Hills. And we are going to play a male character. You have walked the wilds of Kakabad. You have walked the wilds of Kakabad through Kari and the spiteful Badlands, all the way into Mampang. You've survived traps, thieves, serpents, and vengeful gods, and now it is here, the crown of kings. It is said the crown was never forged, only found, by Chalana the Reformer, a lowly foot soldier who became emperor of the Eastern world. Such is the power of the crown. The air around it crackles with influence. Let's take it. Your destiny awaits. With the crown in your hands, you will be as powerful as Chalana. The goblins are arming, the giants are waking, and the birdmen carving cruel daggers from stone. War will come, but you will prevent it. But then the image of the crown begins to flicker. You rush forward. It's a trap. And startle yourself awake. You're alone, exhausted, in the little hut in the outpost settlement. Your unimaginable journey is not even a single step begun. Continue. Alright, here we have the game interface and the character. I am playing this pretty much blind, so bear with me. We will probably die a lot. This will not be a one playthrough. We will do multiple attempts with different paths, I imagine, so strap in for the ride. It is sunrise. You dress breakfast on bread and goat's milk, and collect the pack and sword from beside your bed. Ooh. Test the blade. You pause to test the blade against your thumb. The blacksmith has done well. The edge is keen and draws a narrow line of blood. Outside the hut, you hear the outpost settlement stirring to life. We don't pray. We're a wizard. Time to go. Time then to depart. You lift back the flap of the hut and step into the early morning sunshine. Draw a path to the flag, okay. Eyes follow you as you leave the hut and walk towards the great Shamutanti wall. The frontiers people of this tiny settlement are well aware of your mission. Let's greet them, be nice. You turn to them and bow, some smile in reply, but are too afraid to approach. Others make gestures of protection. You're going beyond the walls, so they believe you are to be cursed. A man is waiting on the path to the Cantopani gate. Sorry, the names are kind of difficult. Let's try this again. A man is waiting on the path to the Cantopani gate, the final doorway between Analand and the wilds of Kakabad. You recognize the sergeant of the Sidemaster warriors. He holds out his hand. Oh, we scroll down. Okay. "Greetings, Sergeant." He touches his forehead with 2 fingers. "You're almost ready," he says. I have for you a gift from the king. 24 gold pieces. It is all we can spare this time." He holds out a pouch. Well, we're an evil wizard, so let's take it." You accept the gift graciously. "Thank you." "You should buy some supplies before you pass the wall," the sergeant says. "And you must collect your spellbook if you wish magic to aid you. Finally, should you wish to practice your swordplay, I will go one last round with you." And he points with his staff towards the training ground. Well, first of all, collect the most valuable, important thing, our spellbook. One of the huts, set slightly back from the others, is decorated with glyphs and strange symbols. A terrible smell emanates from its doorway. This is the hut of the chief mage. He has been preparing your spellbook for days, reading star charts to work out which spells will be available to you in the different locations in the hills and beyond. Go inside. You lift the flap and go inside. The mage looks up at you with haggard, sleepless eyes and presses the book into your hands. "Do you understand how to use this?" he asks. "Tell me." "Each spell is crafted through the alignment of 3 stars, he begins. The spell Zap, for example, is made by aligning Zarathustra, Aegis, and Panty. But that is not important. What matters is what the spell is called and what it does. Zap will give you control over lightning. Hot will create a fireball. Fav will create a force field around you. Shall I continue?" "Tell me more." The mage nods. "The Law spell is formed from Lilith, Aegis, and Wex, and it will allow you to control the will of unintelligent creatures. The Wall spell is quite different and uses different stars. The order matters, you see. Wall creates an invisible barrier. You will find the rest in the book," he adds by tapping the leather-bound volume. "Thank you." He scratches absently at his ear. "Remember, some spells will cost you effort to use, but the ones that don't will not work without a focus, an item of some kind. You will need to read the book to know what. Research magic using the spellbook button on the map. Continue." So, the spellbook button. Let's look into this. Ooh, alright. This volume contains the 48 spells of high craft, as discovered and passed down from generation to generation of sorcerers from the earliest days of the Eastern world. Each spell is formed from 3 letters, and each spell will take energy to cast. Furthermore, some spells will fail without the use of a particular item or focus. The 6 most useful spells. If you learn only 6 spells for your adventure, learn these. And these are the ones we just did learn, almost. Dumb, I think we didn't learn. Makes creatures extremely clumsy. All these spells are extremely tiring and will cost you 3 points of stamina. We have 20 right now. More economical versions exist, though. Some rely on the caster owning particular items of power. Zap. An extremely powerful weapon, this spell creates a blast of lightning which shoots from the caster's hand. It is effective against virtually all living creatures without magical defense, but it takes great concentration to use. Alright. And Hot. The spell creates a fireball which can be thrown by the caster towards the target. The fireball will cause severe burns on impact, but will then quickly extinguish. Okay, well, we know all of this, I think. Visible wall in front of the caster. Okay. Big walk. Oh, here we can see it requires. This will make us bigger. This requires 1 gold piece and does what? Will transform into an invisible metal shield, but the coin will be lost. Okay. We can open locked doors. The door is bolted from the inside. The bolts will be undone. The spell will not work on a door sealed by magic. Okay. Wow. Well, I'm not gonna read through all those because that's gonna bore the shit out of you. This is darkness, I guess. Okay, well. Wow, there's a lot of spells here. Let's go back to the game for now. So, let's buy rations. Small traders in the settlement supply the Sidemaster warriors with weapons, armor, food and clothing. You go over with the sergeant to a stall selling flatbreads and cheese. 2 gold pieces per ration, the owner says. Let's buy 2 rations for now. You hand over your coins and the man places 2 rations carefully into your pack. You must be sure you eat every day or you will suffer, the sergeant tells you, standing at your side. Eating more will give you extra strength, but it is not necessary. Check the contents of your pack using the items button on the map. Okay, what do we have? Well, rations we have 2, okay. Weapons we have a sword. Can we click on that? Okay. And treasure we have 20 gold pieces. Alright, let's go to the training ground then. You walk with the sergeant to the training ground and he wraps the base of his staff in leather. Ready my sword. To begin, the sergeant says, we will practice the stances. First, defend yourself against me. Choose your attack power by dragging your character sideways. To defend, stay fully left. Okay, cool. Oh, this eats... No, this is just the attack power. Okay, let's go with 4. Do a cut. The Sidemaster is a powerful enemy. By defending, you will receive the minimum damage from any attacks he makes, but instead, you try a medium attack. The Sidemaster Sergeant chooses a light attack, betting yours will be even lower, so your attack damages him. My next attack will be one of my strongest, he declares. If you can perform a full attack, you may overpower me, but otherwise, you had best defend yourself. For a strong attack, pull your character to the right. To defend, pull your character to the left. Well, he is going for his strongest attack. Let's go for a strong attack too then. The Sidemaster Sergeant performs a strong attack. He overpowers your own strong attack. This situation causes maximum damage. Avoid strong attacks unless you are confident of winning. My next attack will be weak, he declares. However, you have little power left, so you should defend yourself and rebuild your power. To defend yourself, pull your character left. I don't see how we have... Oh, is this our maximum attack power? Yeah, it is. Okay. So let's defend ourselves. You defend yourself. The Side Master Sergeant performs a weak attack. You receive a small amount of damage, but he will be stronger now, so his next attack may be more powerful. A weak attack is a good opportunity to overpower your opponent if you can. I will now defend myself, he says. Whatever attack you play will damage me, but a strong attack will use up more power. You should choose a weak attack. To select a weak attack, move your character a small distance to the right of the defending stance. Well, I guess let's jab him. You swing with the weak attack, rushing for the Side Master Sergeant who is defending. Good choice, a stronger attack would have wasted more of your power. The enemy's stamina is on top. If this reaches 0, you've won the fight. He has 1 stamina right now. My next attack will be low, says the sergeant. You can overpower him by dragging your character right until you think you have a strong attack. Let's go all out. He only has 1 hit point left anyway. Yeah, easily done. You play a strong attack, overpowering the Side Master Sergeant again. He bows. You have finished me. Excellent. 5 stamina lost. Competent combat. You seem to remember the basics, the sergeant says breathlessly. Good. Another round? Enough training. You shake your head. Very good, the sergeant agrees. But if you wish a bout in earnest, then I warn you. I will not go easy on you. He indicates a wider yard where there is space for a true match. Alright, we can fight in the yard, or we can approach the gate. At this point, I think we should venture out to approach the gate. Do we want to buy more rations? Can we buy more rations even? I feel that we should go back to the shop if we can. No, we can't. Okay. Well, let's go approach the gate then. You reach the foot of the mighty gate. It is sealed. The sergeant places one hand on the wood. The gate has been locked for some time to deter raiders, he tells you. But you will have no difficulty. The stars in this place allow the DOP spell to be crafted. And he stands back. Oh, DOP, okay. Cast spell. Ooh, cool. Click the letters to find the spell. Open locks and doors requires 1 stamina. Cast. You weave the spell. One by one, the great tumblers of the door begin to creak and groan. Then the hinges turn with a noise like hail on a canvas roof. These gates have not opened since our last champion was lost, the sergeant says. I wish you more luck than he. Perhaps you will even meet him on your travels. If I overtake him, then he's too slow. The side master nods, peering at something on the horizon. I believe he is returning, but transformed. I hope you do not meet the same fate. He claps you on the shoulder. Enter the gate. Together you step into the shadow of the wall. One last word, he declares. When you have the crown, find the highest point you can find. We will be watching. I understand. I will not wish you a safe journey to Carrie, for the way ahead will not be safe, the sergeant murmurs, as he peers into the distance through the open gate. The Sidemaster warriors are selected from birth for their incredible powers of telescopic vision. You cannot help but wonder how far he can see. Tell me what lies ahead. This path leads first to Panty, a settlement of traders, though most are rogues and thieves. You should be there before the sun has reached its peak. From there, 3 routes lead on to Christianity, but no single route is safe. Kakabad is a land of devils. And beyond Carrie? I cannot see so far, he says, but once you have crossed the city port of traps, you will enter the backlands. They say that day and night there are controlled by forces other than the sun, and from Carrie too your progress will be watched. It is time to go. You thank him. You pass through the gate. The faces of the folk watching your departure reveal the hopes that rest on you and your quest. The early morning air is crisp and the rising sun paints the slopes in shades of peaceful beauty, concealing the evil that lies ahead. Alright, into Kakabad it is. The path winds through the slopes of wild scrublands. The countryside is deserted and the eerie silence is broken only by the cawing of the occasional crow. There is a spell for hearing what they say, but you do not have the equipment it requires. The birds appear to pause in the air to examine you as they pass. Stupid creatures. They pose no threat, so you ignore them. Keep walking. Barely an hour beyond the wall and the air begins to grow foul. The Shamutanti hills are infested with the pestilence of the backlands. It saps the energy from your body, leaving you feeling nauseous and weak. Cover my mouth. You cover your mouth with your neck scarf, but it does no good. They warned you of this. You will grow accustomed to it the longer you are out here, but for the moment you must be very careful. Your maximum stamina just decreased. You can see your stamina at the top of the screen. Here. If this reaches 0, you will be too tired to carry on. Stamina can be regained up to the maximum by eating rations or resting. Let's see, where are we and where do we have to go? This, I imagine, is Carrie. Yeah. So, this is a trading outpost, but he said it's mostly rogues and thieves. We could travel cross country. Or maybe this is not Carrie at all. How far can we zoom out? Oh, wow, that's Carrie. Yeah, that's quite a bit down path. So we are already a bit tired from the pestilence of the land, I guess, and have decreased stamina. Traveling cross country is probably more difficult than traveling on the road, so let's just stay on the road here, as risky as it may be. Another hour passes and you crest a small hillock, from the top of which you can see the path continuing downwards into a small settlement of huts. This must be Cantopani. Look at the village. From this distance it is hard to make out much about the town, except that it must be desperately poor. The fields on either side are brown with caked mud, and the few penned animals are thin and wizened like thirsty wines. No wonder the Sidemaster warriors don't trouble themselves to protect this place. There is nothing here to protect. We could take a round and avoid the village. I imagine if they don't have much and I come through there may be trouble, but I don't really want to take the long way around because we are on a quest right now. So what could possibly go wrong? Of course, if you were scared of a town like Panty, then you could not hope to survive in Kakabad proper. You follow the path down into town. The round huts are made of a hard-baked, bright clay and the roofs are thinly thatched. As you pass, eyes appear at dark doorways, tracking your every move. For a moment it seems like this will be all you see of the town's inhabitants. But then a villager appears from one of the dwellings and blocks your path. Look at him. He is 5 feet tall. They cannot grow much taller out here in this poisonous air. He has thick-set arms and thighs, and is half-closed and tattered breeches. His eyes are wild, and his long red hair and beard stand out from his face in a wiry tangle. "Halt, stranger," he commands. "What business have you in Cantopani?" I want to buy equipment. He grunts, but you can see that he is pleased. With a motion he encourages you to follow, taking you through the village to a large hut. Yeah, I imagine they welcome the commerce. Hardly anyone will ever come through there. The storage hut. Inside you find that the building is a storage house. A quartermaster somewhat plumper than your guide is seated at a table. Wait to be introduced. "This man is here to do business," the villager explains. "Get out of here, flea," the fat man replies, getting up from his seat to hustle the villager out. Then he turns to you with a smile and beckons you to sit. "Greetings, stranger," he purrs. "Shall I show you my wares?" "Please." The man wags a finger. "Wait here." He disappears for a moment into a side room. Do we wait or do we search the room? Well, we can search the room. While the man is out of sight, you quickly rifle the nearby shelves but find nothing except for a small vial of potion. Well, if it's the only thing on there, if we take it, it will probably be detected very easily, so let's leave it for now. You leave it where it is. There's no way of telling what the vial might contain after all. That too. The merchant returns carrying a large box. "For you," he declares, moving his hands as he speaks. "You've come to the right place. This collection, the very best, our most strange and interesting artifacts, collected from another traveler who came this way." Well, collected from other travelers who have come this way. He begins to lay the item out in front of you, treating each with great care. You have 20 gold pieces to spend, but is there anything here you'd want to buy? A musical pipe, a weapon, a leather bag, a jewel. Well, we have a sword, so we don't really need a weapon, but if he has a ranged weapon, that would be pretty good. A leather bag would also come in handy. So what about this? You lift the bag from the table and its contents rattle. "Teeth," the merchant replies, showing his own a little. "Finest creature teeth, only 3 gold pieces too." Let's look inside. You make to open the bag, but the merchant catches your hand. No, he says simply. I can't afford to have you palming one of them while I'm not looking, can I? I won't buy teeth without seeing them. Then you won't buy them, the merchant replies, taking the bag back and placing it under his counter. Unless... No, shake my head. You put the bag down, somewhat disgusted. Please, the merchant says, something else today. You still have 20 gold pieces to spend. A weapon? What weapons do you have? The merchant looks at you carefully, sizing up what kind of customer you are. The kind to place a newly bought dagger against his neck, or the kind to tip him for the quality of the blade. But he must see your honor shining through as he wags his finger once more. And then he collects an axe and a fine broadsword from another corner of the shop. These are both treasures as well as deadly weapons of war. I'm sure you will agree. No, they do not interest me. We have a sword and I would rather buy a ranged weapon. The merchant looks somewhat stung, but not slowly before removing the weapons from the table. Something else then, the merchant says. Let's take a look at the jewel. You reach for the large jewel in the center of the box, but he stays your hand. Please, he says. It is too valuable to allow you to handle. 10 gold pieces. Well, we are going to a city of thieves. I would rather keep my gold. But we can take a closer look. You lower your eye to the table to peer more closely at the gem. It is clear, glassy, and its surface seems to be slightly sweating. Dragon's tears, the merchant says. You have never heard of such a thing before. Oh, what if it's magic? What if it does something? What if he's trying to screw us over and take our 10 gold? Well, 10 gold is a bit much. That's like half a gold for a jewel where we don't know what it does. So don't buy that either. No, I will not take it. The merchant nods. Very wise, I'm sure, he replies, and he puts the jewel carefully away. Please, the merchant waves a hand. Keep looking, take your time. A musical pipe? You pick a bamboo pipe off the table carved with a split reed and 6 finger holes. 3 gold pieces, the merchant says. I can't promise you that it has any magic, but it may well cheer you up at night. Can I play it? You place the pipe to your lips and blow a few clear, sweet notes. The merchant nods. It's a well-made little thing, don't you agree? Yeah, that I will buy. You hand him 3 gold pieces and he thanks you with a nod. You place the pipe into your bag. The merchant nods, then begins to pack his box away once more. I must save something for my next customer, he replies with a smile. But perhaps you will return this way and it'll be you. You get to your feet and take your leave of the merchant. Just outside the doorway in the sunshine, you pause to examine what you have acquired. Move out of the village. You head out of Cantopani and along the path into the Shamutanti Hills. Alright, I think this will be the first part. Oh, this is a star sign. Does it mean I can cast spells up here? No, it doesn't. Okay. Anyway, I think this is our first part right here. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I do. And I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to like and comment. Take care.